Welcome to Inside City Hall. I'm your host, Mayor Daryl Seymore, and we're here at the Shelley Public Safety Headquarters building. And our guest today is Chief Shelley. Chief,
Mayor,
glad to have you with us today.
Thank you.
We're here to go through the public safety building. It's been a joint venture for many years coming, and we're excited that we're done almost with having this building built. And just some of the history. We started probably 2 years ago negotiating with contractors, a little over 2 years ago probably, negotiating with contractors. We had a contractor design build, and we just wasn't getting the numbers and the building together. So we ended up changing architects and going a different route. And now we're finally at fruition here of having everything going. We've partnered with Navajo County and Sheriff's Department, and that helped us expand the scope of the project. So we have about what's the size of our building here?
Just a little over 24,000 square feet.
So have a 24,000 square feet. We're going to be somewhere around $5 million on the building.
That's
as
correct.
far as that. The site used to be the old site of, I'll call it the Gene Hall car dealership. It's been many things, but that's what it started out back in 1972, 73, right in there. So it probably got done about 75, 76. So this building has been around a long time, but it was a major project to redo it and to make an attractive building, something that we can be proud of, all the citizens of Shelley. And
Absolutely.
hopefully it's centrally located. What does this location do for you as comparison to what you had before?
Bringing it out onto the Deuce really opens it up to the community. Before, we're over on 6th Street, and a lot of people didn't even know where we were at. You just asked them where the fire station was, and they knew where that was, but they didn't know where the police department was. So this one really is a centrally located, up in front, everybody coming in. It's going to be a good masterpiece for the Deuce to start to rebuild this whole area. So I'm looking forward to it.
Oh, it's wonderful, and just some of the things, the community, it's a community building.
Absolutely.
And there's some things that, as we go through, the people understand that it was built with the community in mind as well as public safety, and hopefully we can keep our crime down in the city of Shelley.
I hope so.
Well, Chief, thanks for what you do. Thanks for being here today. Let's go ahead and go inside and take a look.
Sounds good.
Here we are at the entry, the foyer would be better called. What a beautiful showcase of our logo and things that we have as the citizens come in. This is totally different than what you had.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's the reception area is a lot bigger than what we had before, and the kind of the nice part about it is when you come in, the first thing you see is the City of Shelley logo. It's kind of a subdued color. What's really, really impressive is how it fits in with the kind of the woodwork that we have behind it, which matches our community, our mountains. So very interesting to see that. And like I said, the front desk, when you come in here and you talk to the people there at the front desk, you can actually see them. They're not hiding behind a small little piece of glass about 2 feet wide. When you see this, it's amazing to see that. And the one thing we didn't have before was the bathrooms even. I mean, it was so small of an entryway area that we didn't even have bathrooms. So very nice to see that. And when you come in, this is what you'll see. You'll be greeted by people at the front desk, and then after hours, there's actually after hour buzzer that you'd call in and someone would talk to you then.
I think even if you came to the old place with a family, you would be hard pressed to find chairs for everybody. And we have the seating here and the refreshments and everything with the vending machines and stuff there. I love having your logo here too, the police officer logo as well as with the city emblem. So well, let's go ahead and take some more rooms and show the rest of it here. Okay, here we are in a different area, kind of the interview room. We've kind of passed through a few things, so share with us what we've got.
So coming from the front lobby, you're going to be coming into an interview room area where we would take citizens coming in to make a report. It's a secured area, so they would go into the interview rooms, and we'd be able to take their reports, their statements and things like that, and possibly get them actually a report before they left the police station. So it's a nice way to have a secured area, a very quiet area, a very personable area to take reports. But from there, we stepped into the secured area. You have to go through 2 rooms or 2 doors to get into this secured area, which is the administrative area of the police station. So we start off with some of the interview rooms, and going down this hallway, there's interview rooms and the holding facility, which we'll go to in a little bit, but the holding facility off to the left, and that's run by NCSO, or Navajo County Sheriff's Office. And as you continue on down to the right is the big break room, and impressive, very impressive to see that break room compared to what we had before. about maybe 60, 80 square feet to this one, which you'll see it's quite impressive. But again, for a lot more people.
You know, although what I've noticed just right now is it's a much larger building, but I can already see some of the more safety features designed into it.
Absolutely.
That keeps both most of the people who are here more safe.
Absolutely.
As they bring and deal with the people they have.
Absolutely.
Thank you. Well, let's keep going.
Okay.
So this is the break room, which puts a whole different meaning to take a break and be a little more inviting and things. And the grand staircase, I guess, for better words. I mean, this is really awesome here, and what a great feeling. Feels like you truly get a break when you come here.
You do, and the way this was designed was for two different things. First off, to actually give you a break. Come in here and actually decompress from the job. And it's meant for all the people that we have here. So we have the Navajo County Sheriff's Office, us, here at the same time. And again, with our senior patrol and everybody utilizing the facility. Right now, our break room could hold about 3 people in it, and it's crowded. So this is meant for a lot more than that and a little bit more time than that. The second feature of this is the natural lighting, which is, they opened it all the way up in the design. If we can take a look at it, you'll see it. But the design is to bring all that natural light that we have, the great sunshine we have, about 280 days out of the year, and bring that in here for natural lighting, so it'll save us money in the long run. Right. So we really enjoy doing that. So that's a nice feature for us.
And I think also this height of this, why it's so tall, was because of the elevator. We had to have room for that to go all the way up too.
Yes. And also, in handling the elevator, again, with the ADA side of it, was we made sure that we had to have the elevator put in here for our building.
Great.
So,
well, hopefully this will be an area that employees will really enjoy.
Oh, I hope so.
That's great.
I hope so.
You know, it's been kind of fun. We've been talking a little bit about what this used to be, kind of a drive-through mechanic area, but now share with us what it is.
Yeah, and when we did the drive-through mechanic area, again, coming in here and visualizing what this could be, we didn't realize that it would turn out this well. So we were hoping, but now we look at it and we're like, it's way past what we expected. This is the investigative area. This is where our detectives will be working out of. A lot of their strategies and working those long cases will be out of this area. There's supervisor offices on both sides. And then down the hallway this way is just the administrative offices. So you'll have the operations commander, the admin sergeant, the admin commander as well. The chief's office and conference rooms are down there as well. But this is, like I said, this is kind of the quiet area so that they can get stuff done and get some work done. It's a very unique situation, and the way it's set up allows it to be that way, is to everybody work together.
That's neat. You know, I love the flooring that you have in here. You know, it's kind of looks like it's all big one piece, but this comes in different pieces. So if you have a problem with one section, it can always be modified without replacing everything.
Right.
So
that's exactly it. And it's kind of how we did this. It's industrial strength carpeting, but you can take out one section, a 2x2 section, and fix it and go on from there, and not even miss a beat. Right. So
that's awesome.
So.
Okay, what do we got coming up?
Let's go talk about the communications center, and then we'll go upstairs real quick and take a look at that.
Sounds great. All right. I think we're here in the communication area. This is where a lot of things go on. This is the area that somebody's calling in from 911. There's dispatching as well.
That's correct.
Okay,
this is
communication. This is where those calls will come. And you just shared with me a little bit about we have an auxiliary power backup and some of the things there. Share with us what really happens here, Chief.
Okay, so the initial call, when you bring in a phone call or an incident that comes in from the officers, this is the first area that it would come into the communication center. The dispatchers will get that information, and then they'll start routing that information to the officers, to EMS or fire, wherever it needs to go to, within the first minute or two. So this is a very crucial area, and I think some of the issues or some of the questions came up is, why do we have red plugs? It's kind of a different color of a wall plate on here, because they're usually white or brown or whatever, but these are red, and those are the reason for that is because of the emergency power. They're tied in directly to our generator so that this will never go down and lose power. No matter what the situation, we'll still be able to operate the 911 system. There's other areas of our building the same way. Parts of the jail are that way. Our community room is that way because it doubles as an emergency operations center. And then there's a small conference room / training room back here. It's the administrative conference room. That also has some emergency power into it because that's part of the EOC, Emergency Operations Center.
Great. And how many people will be working in this area?
Ballpark anywhere from 10 to 15 will be working in this in different shifts. So it's 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. This never shuts down. But if it does shut down, if there's something that happens where we do have to shut down, God forbid, but if it does, we have the ability to have backup people with us, which is one of our other centers or Apache County or something like that. So we'll work it out.
Very important room.
Yes,
Thank you.
very much.
Let's go ahead and continue going on upstairs, I guess, okay?
Let's go upstairs.
If you're going to lock me up, I guess this is where you'd bring me, right?
Well, we would do it on a temporary basis if we had to, but I doubt that would happen. This is just the entrance. This is the administrative entrance to our holding facility here. Again, it's a holding facility, a temporary holding facility. We bring in, we process the people in here, and then we move them down. If we're going to keep them, we move them down to the Holbrook, to the actual jail facility itself.
So max that person would be in here how long?
You know, that it matters how much time it takes us to do the processing because of the investigation and the interviews and things like that. So it could take some time, but anywhere from 6 to 7 hours at the max. Right. You'd probably go out of here.
But nobody's going to be spending the night very often or longevity or anything like that.
No,
they're very temporary.
That's correct. It should be a temporary holding, and then we move them out. But there are probably some cases where the sheriff's office, who runs the facility, so this is not run by the Shelley Police Department. It's a joint venture, but the sheriff actually runs the facility, and so they have the jurisdiction. So they want to make sure that the people that stay here temporary, and a couple of them could stay overnight, but it would be very, very limited.
And one of the changes now, you'll be able to separate juveniles, male, female, different things, where we didn't really have that capability before.
That's correct. We had one cell in the old building, and now we'll have 5 cells plus a juvenile cell, so 6. Which really helps us out with all of our standards that we have to do for the jail facility.
Okay. I'm in shape. Let's go upstairs.
Okay. Sounds good.
Okay. This is kind of the architectural kind of theme of this whole building. I guess not the theme, but it kind of helped tie in, I would say, the City Hall building as well as the library with the openness of the windows up above, and it kind of helps tie those 3 buildings together. The architect feat that they went here, but share with us how this kind of came about.
Well, you know, the theme of this, and that's what we were talking about, grabbing the theme and keeping it consistent within the city buildings. And again, the city fathers, this is what we're going to do, and it just came out so well. Again, when you look at where we're standing, we're actually standing on the roof of the Taste building, where cars used to park and things like that. Well, this is actually the roof of that building, and it's been kind of beefed up, so to speak, and so that this building can stay on top of it. And there's still room for some expansion up here, but you look at where this is at, sitting on top and allowing that space downstairs, and then allowing this large atrium, again, from downstairs we saw in the break room to up here, and allowing that openness. And it was just a neat environment. Some of the guys went over to a workshop over in Dallas to build police buildings. So they came up with this idea about having this open where they could actually talk down to someone downstairs in the break room, which was a really neat idea, and it's brought on by the officers. So I thought that was really neat.
No, that's neat. It's beautiful. It really adds a lot to the building, and it won't be that the public will see it that much, but if you're working here every day, it just kind of helps you relax a little bit too.
It does. You know, again, sunshine's, you know, kind of the funshine type of thing. It's that helps you out mentally every day. So, and coming in up here, the officers, so what we're standing in is the officers area. So when the officers or the operations side comes in here, on one side, on the east side of this floor, you'll see the Navajo County Sheriff's Office.
Right.
So all of their patrol operations and detective bureau and things will be on this side, and then on this side across over through the glass, and all these offices here will be the patrol side for the Shelley Police Department, which would be the bullpen area where they're working, where the officers work to do their paperwork, and with their officers, the officers of the sergeants, officers going in and talking to them.
That's neat. Well, I appreciate it. This is fantastic.
Absolutely.
So, you know, what a great job you've done, and everybody that's worked and coordinated our efforts here is fantastic.
I appreciate all the support, and thank you again. Absolutely.
All right, let's stay out of here, but let's keep Shelley safe, let's keep crime down, and let's support our police officers. You know, one of the things that I look at, and we have to be happy and proud of Shelley, that we don't have some of the issues that go on in other departments and other things that have happened. Yes, last year we lost Officer Reed, and that was a very touching part for our community. But let's continue to rally, let's continue to raise good children, good people. Let's be law-abiding citizens, and most of all, let's respect our police officers, and they will give you respect as we show them the same. Thank you, and let's have a great time, and hopefully this building will serve the citizens of Shelley for many years.